The rift between U.S. President Donald Trump and his former advisor Elon Musk has erupted in the open, with each trading insults after the tech billionaire criticized one of Mr. Trump's key domestic policies. The two billionaires escalated the feud throughout the day, firing shots at each other on the social media sites that they each own, suggesting a bitter conclusion to their unlikely alliance. Speaking to reporters during a news conference with German Chancellor Friedrich Merz on Thursday, Mr. Trump spoke on why Elon Musk has a problem with the bill.
Look, I've always liked Elon, and it's always very surprised. You saw the words he had for me, and he hasn't said anything about me that's bad. I'd rather have him criticize me than the bill, because the bill is incredible. It's the biggest cut in the history of our country. We've never cut. It's about 1.6 trillion in cuts. It's the biggest tax cut. You would say, people's taxes will go way down, but it's the biggest tax cut in history. We are doing things in that bill that are unbelievable. And when you look at what we're doing for small businesses, for people, for middle-income people, all of the things that we're doing, nobody's ever seen anything like it. And, Elon's upset because we took the EV mandate, and, which was a lot of money for electric vehicles. And, they're having a hard time, the electric vehicles. And they want us to pay billions of dollars in subsidy. And, Elon knew this from the beginning. He knew it for a long time ago. That's been in there. I would say, JD, that hasn't changed. That's been right from the beginning, Mr. Secretary. That hasn't changed at all, right from the beginning.
Amid a flurry of posts on X after Thursday's news conference, Mr. Musk took credit for the sweeping Republican victory in last November's election, writing, quote, "Without me, Trump would have lost the election. Dems would have control of the House, and the Republicans would be 51 to 49 in the Senate." Our correspondent Wyatt Sharpe joined us to unpack the feud.
President Donald Trump and Tesla's Elon Musk in a head-to-head battle with one another over the Trump administration's financial spending bill known as the so-called Big Beautiful Bill. Elon Musk and Donald Trump have been going back and forth with one another on X and Truth Social over the course of the past few days. Musk says that he believes Donald Trump has really been misleading the American people with his claims that the bill will decrease taxes for the average everyday American. Musk says that the bill is actually going to make life more expensive. It's going to increase taxes. Donald Trump saying the only reason Musk is upset about all of this is because the bill will directly harm Musk's company, of course, Tesla, by doing things like directly canceling and even reducing some electric vehicle mandates that the U.S. government currently supports. Those are kind of the economic and obvious practical implications of all of this. But the ones that are perhaps more interesting to people are those that can be deemed as political. You see Elon Musk posting again on X just yesterday, where he claimed that Donald Trump has not released the full details of the Epstein files, of course, making reference to Jeffrey Epstein and the flight logs with respect to who were on some of those aircrafts. Elon Musk says that the reason Donald Trump has not released those is because Trump himself is actually part of them. Of course, that is totally unsubstantiated, and there's no evidence as to that as of right now. Some people saying that if that were true, it's likely that the Biden Department of Justice and former AG Merrick Garland himself probably would have actually been the one to release them, because, of course, that would have proved politically beneficial. But Musk posting as well, going even to the next step by saying that he believes that J.D. Vance should look to try and get enough House Republicans to be in favor of impeaching Donald Trump so that the Republicans, kind of more broadly speaking, can look to have J.D. Vance replace Donald Trump and become the 48th president. Of course, all of this is a big back and forth. It's part of kind of a broader problem and kind of pattern that we've seen with respect to how Trump's cabinet members eventually, almost inevitably, end up having some form of a falling out with Donald Trump. You've seen that certainly with the likes of his former chiefs of staff, with his former press secretaries, people like Mick Mulvaney and John Kelly and Kayleigh McEnany and John Bolton, a whole host of different people. Of course, the main difference here, though, is that it's with the world's richest man. Elon Musk saying that if it wasn't for him, Donald Trump wouldn't have been able to win the most recent election. And certainly there might be kind of some ground for Musk to stand on with respect to that, given that Musk had contributed really billions of dollars. We, of course, don't know the exact figure, but certainly a lot of money to Donald Trump's campaign.